Dobry den.
Zdravej.
Welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
And it's been a lovely week.
It has.
Weather-wise, we've definitely had the best of it this week.
Yeah, the sun's been out. It's lovely and warm when you're in the sunshine. Yeah, it's given us a chance.
Chilly at night.
It has been, but it gives us a chance to do more stuff outside as well as in. So that's what we've been doing.
So what have you finally done this week, Adam?
I finally got round to playing with concrete. I'd never mixed concrete, cement, mortar, any of that sort of stuff until this week. But we got to the stage where we had to put in the base for the pechka. That involved a bit of concrete work. After going on YouTube, I managed to find how to mix concrete in a wheelbarrow. So that's what we did. I need to dig out this dirt. It's basically just loose dirt between the joists. I need to dig that out, cut the joists to length so that I've got an area to lay the concrete base. We're going to put a concrete base, then we're going to put tiles on top, and the pechka will sit on top of that. The chimney will run up the corner and then along to the hole. This dirt that's filling the gaps between the joists is dry. It's very loose and it should be easy to dig out. I've now dug down and taken out all the loose soil to reveal what's left of these joists. You can see they're quite badly rotted, we've seen that before. I'm going to measure the size of the area I need to concrete and then cut them off. We've decided to hold on to this loose earth for the time being, for refilling any void that needs to be refilled. It's been down there 60 years, so I see no reason for it not to stay down for another 60. This is the shape of the concrete base we're looking to put in. I've got to make a little framework up, get that in place, and then we're ready to do the concreting. The formers are in place. They've been levelled, they've been measured. I've backfilled with earth on the outside just to stop any gaps and things with the concrete escaping. Also gives it a bit more strength. The next thing to do is mix up the concrete and start pouring. We've started mixing up the concrete and filling up the hole. We did use some old broken tiles at the bottom just to take out some of the space, mix that in with the concrete. I'm currently measuring out. Max is mixing, then we're making up the concrete and pouring it in the hole. So we've got the sand, we've got the aggregate, and we've got the cement all in a wheelbarrow. Before we add the water, we need to give it a really good mix. Take it away, Max. As I may have mentioned before, there's no point me doing the heavy work when I've got a Max here. Now that we've mixed together the sand, the aggregate and the concrete, we're ready to add the water. That'll get a good mixing and then it's ready to go into the base for the pechka. We're now ready to add the water to the cement mix. I've made a little well in the middle. Pour in some water. Start mixing it in. We'll continue like this, adding water as it needs it, until we have a good consistency of cement. Oh sorry, of concrete. Here we have our slab of concrete laid. I've smoothed out the top to a degree. On top of that is going to go some actual ceramic tile for the Petrika to stand on. It's basically just a base for that, so it doesn't have to be a completely smooth finish. We'll let that dry and then we can put the tile on. The concrete has had a couple of days to set now, so we're going to take the surround off and see what it's like. So we have a nice, firm, secure concrete base for the Petrika. That will be topped with tile and fronted with tile. And the Petrika will stand on there and heat our bedroom. One of the problems we faced in the bedroom was where the socket's been put, there's a large hole that's bigger than the junction box. But I couldn't work out a good way of securing those into place. By using a very dry cement mix, I've managed to fix them in place. I was supposed to use rapid set cement. They didn't have any when I went to buy some, and they told me that normal stuff would be just as good as long as I mixed it dry. So
That's what you said.
I did a dry mix, put it in the wall, and it seems to have worked. So that was the last big hurdle to me finishing off the walls, apart from repointing all the stonework.
Yeah, but that's coming.
It's progressing nicely. The end is in sight, hopefully.
We also moved a lot more stuff down to our cellar this week to clear the utility corridor.
Yeah.
Just so we've got more room to work there.
And why else are we clearing the utility corridor?
So the kittens can move down there.
We get our hallway back.
Journey to the outside.
And we've progressed them to being house cats to barn cats, hopefully. Although they might be housey barn cats. Something like that. Shush.
Oh, that's a kitten. Calling for
Oh, they're noisy.
And we've also had a new visitor.
We have.
Adam's so impressed. You can tell by the look on his face. But we've got John, who's a lilac point Siamese, who's turned up. Obviously he hasn't been fed for a couple of days, but has definitely been a house cat. He's definitely not a wild cat.
No.
He's had his claws taken out. And he's really friendly, straight up, straight to us.
He's also not our cat.
He's not our cat.
No.
We are going to put a post up in the village to see if anybody's lost him.
And on the Macaria Postcode Facebook group.
Yeah. But he's really nice cat.
But he's still not our cat, so.
Yeah. Adam was very not happy.
No.
He thinks 9 cats is a step too far. But 2 of them don't come in the house. Major Tom is pretty much now fairly much a house cat. He comes in. But Lady Stardust still won't let us pet her.
Major Tom isn't a house cat. He's not allowed in the house. He will come in, but he's not allowed in the house.
But he's not frightened of us.
He's not frightened of us anymore, no.
He likes having a stroke.
He does.
Fuss.
He's fine for outside.
Lady Stardust still doesn't allow us to really stroke or fuss her. But John, straight in, loved it. So he's definitely used to having a bit of fuss and attention. Very vocal and very pretty, though Adam thinks he's ugly. I think that's just
face.
him. I just don't want another cat.
There may be an element of that.
Max really likes him.
Yeah. I'm
So
outnumbered.
he's outnumbered.
Help me.
And the other thing we're doing this week is starting our food theme nights on a Friday.
We are, yes. Since moving here, we found that we haven't got a takeaway within driving distance where we get home and the food's still hot.
Yeah, so we decided rather than try and find a takeaway, especially now COVID restrictions are kicking back in again.
Yeah.
We'd
have theme nights on a Friday.
yeah. So we're having our first one tonight. We're having Chinese. We'll send
Max's
pictures and
choice.
updates on next week's video.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But hopefully every Friday now it'll be a different country.
Yeah, we all pick a dish each and cook it.
Yeah.
and serve it up for our Friday night feast.
So we'll let you know how we did.
I think that's about it for this week, isn't it?
I think it is. It's been a week of just carrying on doing the same bits and pieces, progressing things slowly.
In lovely autumn weather.
Indeed. The leaves are coming down.
Lots and lots.
We thought we had lots of walnuts. We've got far more leaves.
And we have been doing walnuts this week.
We have. We're up to 9-10 jars now.
10 jars of walnuts.
Yeah. And
Big
still
jar.
plenty more to go. We're not even halfway. So, until next week.
Doskoro.
Doskoro.
Keep well.
Stay safe.
We'll see you then.
Bye.